Hello, all the Aquas. How are you doing today? Thank you for joining me for your mid-monthly tarot astro reading for the month of April 2020. Okay, if you're a first-time viewer and you like this video, please click like, subscribe, and hit the bell below this video to get further notifications. This is a general reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If you don't know what your moon or your sun or your moon or your rising sign is, click on the link below. It'll take you to a website where you can generate a natal chart to tune into this playlist. This is a general reading, so if you don't resonate with this reading, use that chart to tune into any of these other zodiac signs that might resonate with you. My name is Ahorangi Starchild. I am New Zealand based, and this channel is a donation based only. I don't give you half a reading and ask you to purchase the rest. And I put it all out there for everyone to watch and enjoy. So thank you for valuing me and thank you for valuing my time. Okay, let's jump in. What is happening with Aquarius at the moment? Yeah, we have Mars and Saturn in your sign. Saturn is at the moment a 1-degree Aquarius. So for some of you in the early degrees of Aquarius, in other words, just after the 21st of January, around about there, you'll start to feel a heavy, responsibility. For some of you, it's taking on heavy responsibility. For some of you, it is like the life is just being sucked out of you, like there's no energy. You just feel tired and you're being slowed down, because that's what Saturn does. It slows you down, okay? But it is there. The blessings of Saturn is it is going to help you to bring new structure to you, to your life, how you want to roll, okay? Then we have Mars there as well. So Mars and Saturn together in the sky, that could be a little bit of a conundrum, because Mars is all go, 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 and Saturn is like, it's like driving a car, putting the foot down on the gas and then having the handbrake up at times. So this can potentially be a bit of frustrating energy coming in for you, feeling frustrated, but breathe deep. Okay, breathe deep. We do have the sun sextiling you at this point in time. And we have Chiron, the asteroid of healing, the wounded healer that's bringing in healing for you. It's sextiling your sun, so that's great. Right, the good news is, this is the good news, Venus is in Gemini, and she's going to stay there for a whole 3 months until the end of July. And this is trining your sun. So Venus is playful. There's a lot of opportunity to go out and have fun. This is your fun house, okay? Children, hobbies. Beautiful connections, romance, okay, romance, focus on relationships, sweet, sweet love, okay. What does the tarot have to say? By the way, this is the random deck of this reading. You're the only sign that's going to get this deck, because, hey, you know, Aquarius, you rock and roll on your own rhythm, right? You can't have the same decks as the rest of the zodiac. No, what's that about? What's that about? So I'm using my beautiful Witch's Tarot for you. Yeah, you're coming up in your element with the King of Swords here. That's beautiful. And some of you are reaping rewards of self-employment. If you're self-employed, you're really, really starting to reach your goals, and you're looking back on this path that you've been following to establish your own independence and have your own money and have your own stuff, okay? We also have you showing up as the King of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. And when the King of Swords shows up, I feel like someone is in a mood to speak their truth, or they want to cut things out. We also have the Seven of Wands and the Four of Cups, a sense of dissatisfaction. And that's also what Saturn can bring. Saturn can bring a sense of dissatisfaction, that you need to change things, a sense of boredom, that you need to shake things up a little bit. You're getting tired of doing the same thing over and over again. And then we also have the Page of Cups. Beautiful communication with the Page of Pentacles. Very practical approach and grounded approach to everything. So let's dig into this reading. Why is the Page of Pentacles here? The Page of Pentacles is a small beginning. It could also be an offer for someone who wants to meet up with you face to face. This is Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy, and it's also about you looking at your life and seeing the potential of where you could possibly invest yourself to create more stability, you know, in fertile soil, so to speak, okay? We have Saturn, and didn't I talk about Saturn, okay? And we have the Ace of Pentacles. So I do feel with Saturn coming into your sign, it wants to bring you long-term prosperity. But it's asking you to take on extra responsibility, I feel. For some of you, you have to like either make a bank loan or kind of step out of your comfort zone a little bit. I also feel like for some of you who've been working really, really hard, and this could be the long term. For some of you having your Saturn return, this could potentially be a payoff of a long term journey. In other words, for the last 30 years, you might have been on a path, your life path, and all the places that this life path has taken you is now paying off. But it's asking you to step up. I feel for some of you, you might be looking at student loans to take on extra responsibility to further your education or to invest in yourself long term. And this could be in anything from finances, or reinvesting, changing how you want to work with your resources. Okay, but I also feel like there is money coming to you if you're willing to take on extra responsibility. So just put that where it fits. This could be a new job, a new career, a new offer. Maybe you've been waiting for it and it's stressing you out because the news isn't coming. But we do have the Knight of Wands here. There's messages coming into you fast, for you fast and furious. There might also be messages coming from overseas. Yes, in lockdown, we're all networking, we all hang out in cyberspace. But I feel like this is exciting news. This is good news, and it's coming fast. So we have the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is not being happy. This is being bored and being closed off to... maybe there's someone around you that made a love offer and you declined them because you just felt like it's not the right time. It could be a timing thing. But it could also maybe be you who offered someone a cup of love, because we do have that Page of Cups here that says beautiful communication, either coming from someone or you talking to someone, and you might have been declined. And because things didn't work out, you have your defenses up and you're willing to kind of like look at your life in a more objective way. And what I really like about Aquarius is you are so versatile when it comes to problem solving, you original thinking, you are innovative thinking. You look at things from all sorts of angles, which, you know, normal people, they just don't think that way. You have a totally different approach. We have the Temperance, and then we also have the Ten of Swords. So I feel for some of you, when it comes to a relationship, you feel like you potentially want to end a relationship so that you can start on your own path of healing and go on, how do I say it? Create a space where you can be more in balance. Maybe for some of you, you could potentially be in a long-term partnership that was, potentially toxic. Or you might have to deal with a toxic individual, whether this is relationship or a family member or a friend or a colleague, that you might have to put an end to people who have unrealistic expectations of you. And when you make this decision, you know that you're taking action to put yourself into a place where you can have a more peaceful environment, where you can be more authentic, you can be more yourself, and more balanced. Okay, you're wanting to return balance in your life for yourself, not only for yourself, but also so you can have a happy life, so you can have a beneficial life for yourself, you know, rock to your own tune kind of thing. So we have the Seven of Wands. You have all your defenses up here. You are, I feel for some of you, you feel like you have to defend yourself against a father figure who can potentially have all sorts of opinions and things to say about whatever. And there's a lot of cards coming out here, okay? Let me just get my, I just want to brighten this up because it's raining. Please bear with me, sorry. So I feel for some of you, you have to deal with a father figure who is potentially, has a lot to say, very opinionated. He says, I've got all the facts, and because I'm the dad, you kind of have to do what I tell you to because I am the grown-up, okay? But it's all good and well to try and listen to someone's advice and that, but it's not, how do I say it? It's not always to your benefit. You can listen to what they have to say, but you don't always have to follow exactly, you know, to the T what they want you to do. Okay, so that's basically what I feel. And I feel like this person is someone who debates. They tell you, look at the facts, you know, this is the facts, this is what it's really like. But you moving forward from that, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Is a this could also be a manager. You've been working very hard. I feel like you are taking on extra responsibility that could potentially not be yours. But what I kind of feel is like for some of you, instead of just saying yes and jumping in and saying how high, and you're going to negotiate a contract that is suited to you long term. I feel for some of you, there might be a new job offer coming in that involves travel. You might also be talking about taking a trip overseas, even though for some of us, we know that at this point in time, it's most probably not that clear how this is going to happen. But I do feel like you're looking long term. We have the Knight of Pentacles, we have the Ten of Wands, and we have the Ace of Swords. Now, what I want to say is, if you want to, you can tune into the Capricorn reading because that might be relevant. So we have the Chariot. This is you wanting to move forward, but you want to do it on your terms. That's why the Seven of Wands is here. And you are defending your long-term goals because you know that you've been working hard to achieve and create stability in your life and even abundance. Okay, you know what you are about. And you are very clear on the decisions that you need to make and what direction you want to take in your life. Even though there might be a mature person speaking out and giving their opinions, I feel like you can give as good as you get in this case. We have the so I want to dig into this. This King of Swords is someone who could be family, but I feel like if there's anyone who has an opinion to how you invest yourself, you're just going to shake it off, say what you need to say, and move forward. You're going to keep your balance. For you at this point in time, we have two cards here that's asking where you want to do what you want to do on your terms because you know what's good for you. No one. You basically tell them, if you want to give me advice, come walk in my shoes and come live my life. Otherwise, you know, put up and shut up kind of thing, which I can't. And that's the truth. That's the truth. You're finished with debating and self-sabotage and giving your power away to other people. This is you really taking a stand to move forward in your life. And once you start to do that, the forward momentum is going to take you to beautiful places. Absolutely. We have the Chariot here, which is you have your goals, you're in control, you want to be in control of the situation. You are taking control if you feel like you don't have control, and you're talking about heavy responsibilities that's not yours, okay? That's also one of the things that's coming up. But I feel you do have someone in the family who's very loyal towards you. They're willing to invest long-term with you. They can see clearly what it is that you want to achieve, and they're all for it. You might even do the legal contracts to buy a house or to invest yourself long-term in some way, shape, or form, okay? So we have the Page of Cups. Why is the Page of Cups here? you are talking, I feel like it's either you or someone you know, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. It's beautiful manifesting abilities, okay? You can manifest something out of thin air because you are taking, you're looking at what makes you happy. And the more you invest yourself in situations that really make you feel happy and content, nourish your inner child, and makes you feel good with what it is that you're doing, that is kind of like the fuel to your fire to really go with it. We have someone here who is consciously manifesting something. They've got all the tools out. You're a multifaceted, talented, gifted person. Anything you touch turns to gold, but you have to keep your focus on the project or whatever it is that you want to achieve, because we have two cards of focus here. We have the Magician and the Chariot. If you don't keep the focus, you're going to drop the ball. But I feel with Aquarius, you have this Ace of Swords and the King of Swords. So you're sitting in a very mature element here for yourself. So the Knight of Wands is messages coming in hard and fast. Could potentially be from overseas. This is also someone who tends to be very much in and out of your life. This is a come and go type of energy. Knight of Wands is Sagittarius. To me, that's Sagittarius because this guy's traveling, okay? But it had potential with Aries and Leo in there as well. So we have the Moon and we have the Nine of Wands. So I feel for Aquarius, you are putting your foot down when it comes to people who just come and go as they please, okay? If they can't commit to you, if they're not willing to stick with you in your life through thick and thin and all the challenges, especially with people who just walk in when they feel like they need something from you, I feel like you're going to be in a place where you're going to say, okay, well, if you show up on my front door, who are you and what do you want? State your business and then leave, okay? Because I feel like, especially with this Ace of Swords, you're just going to cut things out, especially with a Nine of Wands there as well. You're done with the BS, okay? Especially with people who try and pull the wool over your eyes as well, because we have the Moon card there. We have a person who's a little bit like, they don't put everything out on the table, you understand? They don't play with a full deck. And you're going like, well, I can see clearly what this is about, and you're just going to put a stop to it because you feel like you want to invest your time in energy and pursuits, because you have the Ace of Swords, you have the Ace of Pentacles. You want to invest yourself in situations that's truthful, that vibe with you, because the Ace of Swords is air. That's your element, okay? And we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is fixed. You are a fixed air sign. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. Someone is single. They're self-reliant, self-sufficient. They got their own stuff. They're very independent. They don't need anyone. Okay, they're rocking their own show. And I want to know why this Nine of Pentacles is here. This is potentially someone who has a little business on the side, who's self-employed, but also just someone who has a very independent streak. We have the Hierophant here. So, just one more. Maybe you're doing some research concerning some sort of institution. I feel like you might also come to realize that there are some people who showed up on your radar who's not 100% honest with you, okay? We do have the High Priest here, which is the Hierophant. That's Taurus energy, and we have the Seven of Swords. This is someone who is a loner. So you could deal with a person, this could describe you, that you're someone who are a loner, you like to have your own routine going, you want to invest yourself in situations that has to do with learning and teaching. You're doing research concerning learning and teaching and subjects that stimulates you mentally. But if for some of you, you might be dealing with a single person who could either be a teacher or a student who's doing research. You could also be dealing with a person with Taurus in their chart who is single and independent, or just independent, who isn't 100% honest with you. But you know this. All of this is out in the clear. And you're putting your defenses up and you're speaking your truth. You're calling people out on their BS. And you're cutting them out and you're telling them straight, like, I don't have time for this. But because you're doing that, you are moving forward in your life. You are clearing, you're clearing the air, and you're creating space for you to invest yourself in people and situations that's just really good for you. That you know that this is secure, this is good. These are people that are loyal and they have my back. So I hope you like this reading. Please give me feedback on this. I'd like to see how this pans out for you. And I wish everyone a beautiful day. Light and love.